So it's Sunday, it's the weekend, and I was just thinking about how relaxing and enjoyable weekends are now that I've healed my relationship with food, because I used to have cheat days on the weekends and I would just eat whatever I wanted. I would like totally binge on whatever food I wasn't letting myself have during the week. And so like basically my whole weekend just revolved around food. It was like, where can I go out to eat? What can I get? What food can I get that I don't normally let myself have? What fun foods can I have? And it was like, all consuming. And I did that because it was like, all right, well, we're going to get back on track on Monday, right? Diet starts on Monday. I'm going to start over and start eating healthier on Monday again. So of course the weekends look like a binge because it was like limited time only. It was like, I have to get it all in right now while I can before it's taken away from me. And then I restrict all throughout the week, but restriction is unsustainable, and restriction is so extreme that it just drives us to the other extreme, the other end of the spectrum, which is binging. So that's the restrict binge cycle. It's we track food during the week, or we count calories, or we count macros, and we deprive ourselves of the foods we really want because we're following a plan or a program that just ends up being unsustainable, and we're hungry. So by the weekend, we're like, I simply cannot do this anymore. And we're drinking on Fridays, and we're day drinking on Saturdays, and on Sundays we're just getting in all the carbs and whatever it is that we don't normally let ourselves have, because that's just honestly a normal response to deprivation. So if you find yourself stuck in this cycle, I want you to know, like, it makes sense. From a biological and a psychological standpoint, it makes sense why you're doing this, why you can't sustain the restriction or the deprivation, and then you just end up going to the other end of the spectrum. But it's disordered eating. It's not an orderly way of relating to food. It's not a healthy way of relating to food. And so if you're stuck in this cycle, I strongly urge you to do what you can to get out of it. Your health is suffering, and it's going to continue to suffer if you don't take action steps to get out of this cycle. It's totally possible for you to get out of this cycle, and that's what I wish I had known when I was stuck in it. I didn't know that there was another way. I just thought I was failing at dieting, and that's why I keep binging, or that's why I keep needing these cheat days, because I can't stick to my goals, I can't stick to my diet, when that's not the truth. The diet, the structure of a diet is not sustainable psychologically or biologically long term. And you might be able to prove this yourself just given your own personal history with food and with dieting, but there's also a lot of research to prove that this is true. And it shows that over 95% of the time, diets fail, meaning they don't result in long-term weight loss for the vast majority of people. So if you are like so frustrated that you keep yo-yo dieting, or you keep falling off the wagon, or you just can't get your act together around food, I want you to know that it's really like not your fault. And lots of people, lots of people are also struggling with this. But you can be the one who says, enough is enough. I'm not going to struggle with this anymore. There are people, yours truly, who can help you, who would love to help you. Who would love to help you make peace with all foods, so that you feel like you can control yourself around food, so that you feel like you can have the foods that you love in the house, and it's just no big deal. You're not gonna, eat the entire sleeve of Oreos. You're gonna have them maybe, in a balanced way if you want them, but they're not gonna control you. So if you're struggling with binge eating, emotional eating, chronic dieting, anything around food, if you're having food guilt and anxiety, and it's causing you distress, you don't have to live like this, and I would love to help you sort it. So I have 2 ways to work with me right now. I have an online course. It is called Don't Eat Your Feelings, a crash course to conquer emotional eating for good. It is self-paced, and you get lots of access to me. So we will comment back and forth, and I will help you pinpoint what's going on in your relationship with food that is causing the chaos in your relationship with food, so that we can solve it for good. Secondly, I have openings for one-on-one coaching. So if you want to work with me privately, I would absolutely love to explore that option for you. If you want to click the link in my bio and fill out my application, or just send me a DM and we can simply chat and see what makes the most sense for you. So there's links in my bio for ways to work with me, but you guys can always reach out to me via DM. And we can just chat, and you can tell me what you're going through, and we'll see if I have anything to offer you. And if I don't, then I'll just point you in the best direction for your next steps, whether that's a resource or referral or whatever it might be. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.